Well, South Africans expected to spend close to R500 million this Mother's Day as part of a global frenzy that has made Mother's Day the third biggest spending bonanza globally. There was a time when Mum was quite happy with breakfast in bed and perhaps flowers in a vase and a hand-down card for Mother's Day. But today it's become a multi-million rand industry. Let's talk about this. I'm joined by MD, Managing Director at a company called SureSwipe, Mr. Paul Kent. Paul, morning to you. I was going to ask you the question, what is Mum worth? But it's an unfair question. It's a loaded question. But why has it taken off the way that I imagine Christmas and perhaps Easter has?
Yeah, I think, we typically used to buy Mum just breakfast in bed and a bunch of flowers. But as over the last 5 years, in particular in South Africa, the last 5 years, it's become a very, very big spending holiday. Marketing, of course, does make a big play in that. I was driving down the road yesterday on the M1, and there was a billboard with Mother's Day. 5 years ago, you never saw a billboard with mention of Mother's Day. So marketing, of course, plays a big spend. And why shouldn't we spoil our mum on this holiday?
Is it marketing guilt, though? And I want to put on record, I'm not saying don't spoil your mum before I get a phone call from my mother. Is it marketing guilt, though, that people are buying into?
No, not marketing guilt. I think what they've typically, as we get people have more and more money, although we're still in a very cautious spending environment. Typically from 2008, the crisis, people these days have got a little bit more money to spend, and they spend it on their mum.
And people will argue, why not? Mum has looked after you all these years. She's, I'm sure, skimped and saved to get you through school, to fetch you from ballet and soccer practice. But advice from someone like yourself to perhaps those who haven't bought a Mother's Day gift yet. Do you go all out? Do you just buy something more sincere? What advice do you give to people?
Well, I still think the best gift you can give to your mum is spending some time with her. So whether it's an experience, whether it's a brunch, a lunch, that's probably the best gift you can get her. But if you're really in doubt, and these days people are quite far from home, perhaps send her a gift card. It becomes very much a choice for her. So why not give her some choice? And a lot of gift cards are available now. So send her one of those.
Are we seeing any certain kinds of gifts that are being bought these days?
So we've seen a lot of spend go up in typically travel and leisure. So people are taking their mums away for the weekend. And beauty salons, which is more the typical sort of gifts. When they go out for lunch, I think mums are going to have their hair styled, so they're going to hairstylists. It's a big spending month for the hair salons. But there is a move to more electronic goods, and specifically hobbies. Mums have taken up more hobbies. They are active in sports. We see places like cycling stores. May is quite a big spending month in cycling stores, so mums are on bikes.
So a company such as SureSwipe, I imagine some good advice would be swipe the card, but make sure it's not a credit card and on credit. That's not what you want to be talking about with a recession like ours.
No, that's exactly right. We do see more people using their credit card than their debit card. So if you don't have the money, that hand-drawn card, something that's from the heart, is probably the best gift you can give to mum.
The last thing I think mum wants is to have you in debt so you can take her away for the
Exactly.
weekend. Paul, thank you very much indeed for coming in this morning. Wonderful insight from you as well as how things are being spent. And yes, it's this coming Sunday. If you're like me, you've forgotten. Oops, I think it's breakfast on Sunday morning. Sorry, Mom. SureSwipe Managing Director, Paul Kent, joining us on Morning News today.
News that moves. eNCA.com.